from Provo, Utah, this is the Ultimate Final Fantasy Podcast with your hosts, Joseph DeGolier and Kaleb Schweiss. This is Ultima Final Fantasy.
Welcome to another episode of Ultima Final Fantasy, the Ultimate Final Fantasy Podcast. I am your host, Kaleb Schweiss.
I'm your other host, Joseph DeGolier.
And today we are going to be going over the results to most of our categories from last week. There was one that I forgot to add for the Final Fantasy Academy Awards, of course.
Just one you forgot to add?
One in the end.
Okay.
One in the end that I forgot to add.
Okay.
Also, another topic that I am going to bring up is going to be product placement in the Final Fantasy series, as per a piece of news that we have, but I don't want to get into that too much right now.
Okay.
In the meantime, how's 13.2 going?
Well, Schweiss, 13.2 is going fantastically bad.
Wow.
Have not yet even popped the game into the PSN.
Oh, well, I haven't played it since last week either. So
I do plan on starting it tonight after we do a drunk commentary on something, and then, I'm not going to be drunk, but after we do a commentary on something for Nude Clan, and then I'll be up for many hours.
Yeah.
And that's a good time to start the game. So
okay.
I'm excited to start it. I plan on kind of crushing that thing between this Sunday and next Sunday.
Okay, that's fair. I think it's it's not too long of a game, so you might be able to do it.
Well, I'm not sure if I'll do the whole thing in that time, but I'll do most of it in that time.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to get that started. But yeah, I haven't really touched it.
And you've played 13.2 before, right? Just a little bit.
I've played the first 2 hours worth.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm only 5 hours into the game, so I'm probably not very far behind where you got to during your last playthrough of the game. So
you say last playthrough? I never played through it.
I guess.
Yeah.
This is my first time playing 13.2 as well, so everything's pretty new to me. The only thing I know of that I haven't seen is the Chocobo theme. It's the metal Chocobo theme.
That's probably somewhere in the middle of the game.
Probably, but I don't know. I haven't run into it quite yet. Still think it's fun, but not enough to really go too crazy on talking about it. But,
all right, man. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, what the hell else do we talk about? Oh, yeah.
Some plugs.
Do some plugs. You can go to youtube.com/Ultima Final Fantasy. You can go to twitch.tv/Ultima Final Fantasy. See us play the games live. I'm going to be doing a lot more streaming, ladies and gentlemen, so I'm getting excited about that. Need a splitter for a HDMI, though, before I can start doing that with the 13.2.
You could do red, white, yellow.
I'd rather kill myself, to be fair.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can go to facebook.com/Ultima Final Fantasy and join the discussion there. But most importantly, ultimafinalfantasy.com. Click on the forums, join the discussion, ask questions, please. That's where we get a lot of our content for our show.
Yeah.
Also, there are ways to support the show. Your first being that we do have an Amazon link. So if you wish to support the show in a way that doesn't really take anything out of your wallet, then going through the Amazon link, making that your Amazon bookmark, and then buying your stuff on your PC or your laptop. That way we get a small kickback from things that you would already purchase, and it doesn't cost you anything. Then there's also a PayPal link if you prefer that, or our final link, and Dave still owes a song because we hit that goal a while ago.
Yes.
patreon.com/Ultima Final Fantasy. You can support us there.
Yeah, it's still open to recording those episode invites. There's a few I'm trying to work around, but it's kind of tough with everybody's schedule. But
schedules are a little rough. But
if you've ever gotten to a tier, we owe you everything from that tier. So don't feel weird if you dropped or lowered it or whatever. We still owe it to you. So
yeah,
let us know though. Call us out.
I got to say something about the Amazon. I fucking remembered this time. God damn it, I remembered this time. So we can't see who bought things on Amazon, but we can see what people bought.
Yeah.
And I do believe that a round of applause is necessary. I would say necessary for an individual who bought the Trojan Magnum condoms. So let's give him a round of applause there, boys. Come on. Congratulations. Oh.
Maybe he's born with it. Maybe it's Maybelline.
Don't think it's Maybelline.
Oh.
Anyway, congratulations, you
big man, you.
He's a big boy.
Grown boy.
So, if I had a prize to give out for the best thing bought on Amazon that we've seen, that's definitely one of them.
Yeah, there was another one that was a rap coloring and activity book. And it had this fucking picture of this dude. I looked at it and I laughed for like 20 minutes. It's like something about this guy's beard, and it's like, fill it in. And then like it's just this fucking normal beard, so it's like a circle. Like you're doing like a half circle is the like, and it's all numbered too. It's like 17 or 18 different dots that you're supposed to connect, and it's like a circle. You're basically filling out his chin. I laughed at that for like 20 minutes at work when I pulled up that image. I was like, what is this fucking thing? Like it's a rapper's activity book? Whip it open, and that's like one of the displayed pages on Amazon. It's like, check it now.
Oh, wow.
It's fucking fill out this dude's regular looking beard. It was, oh man, I laughed forever at that shit.
Anyway, Twitch audience loves the Magnum condoms as well.
Yeah, they're cheering along.
Congratulations, sir.
Yeah,
good sir.
Sure.
Or maybe large dildo.
Yeah, something.
Something. Oh shit, what else is there? Oh, you can tweet me at Joseph Vigolier.
Me at UFF Podcast.
Okay, Schweiss, are you ready to get to some new hoo-hoos?
Yeah, we can do some news. All right, so kind of a light week on news this week. Some of it's heavy on my heart, but we'll get to that eventually. So Dissidia of Final Fantasy has added Pandemonium from Final Fantasy II as a stage, or it will. No, it has, as of 2 days ago. Okay. Sorry. So you remember this area, right? The purple Pandemonium area.
Yeah, it was a really cool section of Final Fantasy II, especially on the Dawn of Souls version. Or actually, did I? No, I didn't play the Dawn of Souls version of 2. I played the PS1 port. God, that was a cool area.
Yeah, the purple zone.
Yeah, the final dungeon.
The capital of hell is what it's saying here. We do have a trailer for it. I don't know if you want to watch this.
No, that's all right. We don't get Dissidia, so we don't need to.
That's fair.
Too much time.
Yeah, that's fair.
But that's cool. That's a cool area. If anybody, I know a lot of people haven't played FF2, but that area is really awesome.
It is pretty bitchin'. Final Fantasy 15. We get a GDC 2017 trailer. On music, and I don't really know what this is, so let's just fucking find out.
Hi, I'm Sho Iwamoto, audio programmer at Square Enix. In my GDC lecture, Epic and Interactive Music in Final Fantasy 15, I'd like to show our tools and techniques to make Final Fantasy music interactive. Horizontally sequencing in boss battles, vertical remixing in chocobos, and so on. Everything we challenge to make them interactive while remaining their epic melodies. Wait for the music. We sync to the game. You'll see our approach in this session.
So that's cool. I guess that's something that Final Fantasy does pretty well, I would say, is they really time the music to hit you at a certain point.
Well, I mean, it's different with this one because the fights aren't pre-programmed, or they kind of are in some of those Titan fights. But like with 15, it's being an action game. I guess they probably had to figure out a way to do that shit.
Yeah.
Other gaming companies, of course, like we just played Last Guardian for Nude Clan.
And they do that shit all day.
That's something that they've just been doing. It's like really timing the music with the events live in the game.
Yeah, so the audio programmer, Sho Iwamoto, will be featured on the GDC's 2017 panel on March 3rd. So we'll get to see more
stuff from that.
Yeah, from behind-the-scenes stuff. And I like that. I thought that was a really cool addition to the 2014 Fan Fest when we saw... what is that guy's name? Jesus, drawing a blank.
Soken?
Soken, yeah. Masayoshi Soken's like mixer, and he has like 7 million channels going. And I was like, oh.
But that was
the
just
editing.
for the music. I mean, some other guy had to program the sound coming in at certain points.
Right, yeah. The
Yeah.
timing. So
Nice.
pretty impressive. That'll be cool to take a look at when the time comes.
Oh, boy.
Now for some. Okay, so I guess there was a cup noodle parody hat, and they're totally making it a fucking DLC now. So take a look at this. This is Noctis with a cup noodle, and the armingers, the royal arms, have now been turned into giant forks and various
wow.
cup noodle flavoring meats.
Are you saying you jumped the shark?
I'm saying this is...
Or it, jumped the shark fin soup, as it were, or the... it put on the cup noodle hat.
Yeah.
That's what we're going to have to say when a game just decides to give up.
Yeah.
Right?
This is kind of, I don't know, this is a weird thing. This, of course, is based off of the set of 15 cup noodles that are themed after various bosses from Final Fantasy that they did. And then they also had the fucking Ultima fork or whatever. And you'd get like this fork that you could use to eat the cup noodles. And it was the most bizarre thing I've fucking seen ever. Okay, so watching this press conference, and I was like, they come out and they show the cup noodles, and the girl's holding the fork like it's a sword, and I was like, Jesus, this is weird. And now we get the cup noodle hat, and I don't know, man. Like when I saw this earlier, I just the thing I said is like, this is where the game died.
Yeah.
It was right here. Was when they did cup noodle. A little summon animation with the armingers, and Noctis wearing a cup noodle hat is where Final Fantasy 15 was laid to rest.
I think
like
Cup Noodle's fucking loving this shit.
Oh, I'm sure they are, but it's like it's almost too much now. It's like it was pretty fucking funny the first time, or really awkward, but now it's like it brings up a weird thing. Like I don't know how I feel about advertising in video games, real world advertising. It seems so strange, and I guess it's
Especially in a fantasy world, it's not. It's
Yeah.
not a Tony Hawk Pro Skater game. It's
I mean,
Final Fantasy.
with Final Fantasy 15, they were going for a fantasy in reality sort of setting, right?
whatever that means. Yeah.
Yeah, which means whatever we fucking say we're putting in the game is what we're
Yeah.
putting in the game, and it's because no. It's reality fantasy. No, it's fantasy reality. So it depends on what you want. Really, that just means anything goes, right?
Right.
Including cup noodles and Audis and...
I can't say it's any more or less fantasy than like 7 or 8, which had cars.
Yeah. 7 had the buggy. 8 had the little truck thing you use or whatever. There's definitely reality in each of the Final Fantasies. But... I don't know, the cup noodle thing, it almost seems dirty. And I can't remember what game it was, but there was like a survival horror game a little while ago that it had like a close-up of a Coke can. Like someone had Coca-Cola, and like the camera just held on the Coca-Cola for like 5 seconds.
Like a little too long.
Yeah, and I was like, Jesus, dude. Like, is there no shame here? Like, oh, hey, by the way, Coke gave us $30K to put this in here.
Oh man, dude, I remember Mission Impossible 5. He had Halo 5 before it came out. Like
Oh,
it was
really?
in the movie. And
Right.
like he puts the game away, but it's like a really long insert shot on the Halo 5 game.
Yeah, you're like, man, I wonder how much...
I fucking dug the shit out of that movie, but that part I was like watching it in theater going, sold out right there.
This is where it died.
Oh,
So
boy.
it is. It feels kind of dirty, but I guess it is a way to make a few extra bucks, I suppose. Like I assume Square Enix made money on it, and not Cup Noodle so much. But at this point, I don't know. Like I don't
maybe
know.
they fed the staff for a few days. Usually there's like some sort of... It's not always money that changes hands. In fact, it's more common that it's some sort of favor.
Yeah.
So if we put the Coke can in this movie, then Coke is going to take care of our craft services for like 6 days. It's like that sort of a thing.
All right, that's fair.
So neither company really gives straight up money to the other company. It's a different sponsorship thing.
So they had to suffer through cup noodles for
might be different in Japan.
God knows how.
Yeah,
long.
maybe they gave him like free cup noodles to the staff.
I would request cup noodle for life. Honestly.
I mean, that ramen is the cheapest food in the world, so I'm thinking, man, they must have. I bet they supplied him with so much fucking ramen in the lunchroom. That's what I bet.
Yeah, I don't know. It just seems weird, and I guess it's not the worst thing in the world, but when it goes over the top, like I think this kind of is, like I don't know if it's funny really anymore, or if it's just like too much, but I don't know. Do what you want, I guess, Square. No one's going to stop you. We do have a new cutscene or animation opening movie, I suppose, for Final Fantasy XIV Stormblood, which is something we're going to be coming up on here in the next little while. So let's get into this. Let's watch this trailer. 4 minutes. That's great. That's fucking grand, Square.
I don't think they'd care about our podcast.
You don't think so?
No.
I bet you they love it. So we got some similar scenes to what we saw in the last trailer for Stormblood.
Got a bridge.
Giant statue guy.
Bridges are always good. Little new version of the Final Fantasy thing.
Yep.
Tremendous.
Square Enix on the rocks, just like last time.
What's a
Square on the rocks. Yeah. It's been a rough day. Okay, this is...
I feel like this is almost the same trailer.
It is so far.
It's just longer.
We got the dancer of awesomeness.
And then they have the fight. Have we seen this before?
Yeah, this part, yeah. They must have added something to it. It's longer than the other one, I swear to God.
It is longer. I don't need to see all this again.
Let me see where we can skip to. Oh, this looks new.
Oh, world map. That's cool.
Oh, yeah, the new area. Occupied. What is that?
God, dude, I have no idea what it says. On guard, maybe? On guard?
Oh, man.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, it is.
It's like a spear underwater thing. It looks like the Phantom Menace place where Jar Jar is from.
Hopefully it'll be better. Right. Got some people running through China here. The underwater China.
You see Red Mage?
Watch him be useless. That'll be fun.
It's like an orange.
What are you? Are you a caster or a physical attacker? Neither. Both. And both. Oh man, they're shooting at him.
Jack of all trades, master of none.
Cutting the bullets in half.
Turns out it's also the Matrix.
Yeah.
With a samurai sword, so.
Alright. And it... Okay.
Destroyed some shit around him when he did his cool moves.
Yeah. This looks really nice.
This is really cool, but I don't think this is good pod. I think we're done here.
Alright.
It looks really awesome, and I would suggest people watch this trailer. Because it's more than just the fight. There's also an owl.
Yeah, there's a lot of imagery going on, so...
Yeah.
Cool.
Anyway,
I'm excited for
some... me excited for Stormblood, but I also need to beat Heavensward.
Yeah.
Has not happened yet. So.
No, we got Heavensward ahead of us. We also have some new Kingdom Hearts 3 and Final Fantasy VII Remake screenshots that were shown at Magic 2017. So we can look at these in all of their glory here. We got some Kingdom Hearts right here. Some, that dude.
That's some pretty high-def Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah, it is. Kingdom Hearts is... that looks really good, actually. That's a good point, yeah. 7 Remake looks great. This image isn't necessarily the best quality. But that does...
Kingdom Hearts looks really good. Wow, like visually, just those screenshots.
Yeah, that does look
Those
really.
are some pretty high quality fucking screenshots.
Yeah, they are. It's
Compared to what I played on the PS2.
yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, it's much better system. This one, we've got Cloud crouching behind a crate here.
I feel like they haven't made anything else but Midgar so far.
Yeah. Well,
That's all we've seen is Midgar.
Midgar
images.
is supposed to be the first area, the first like pack.
Oh, and
I
they're
think.
multiple
Yeah.
release. Are they still doing that shit?
Yeah.
God damn it.
So there's that, and then here's a familiar boss right here, the Scorpion from Final Fantasy VII. The attack while its tail is up, and then get rocked.
Yeah.
boss. The game it looks a lot like Final Fantasy 15. I would say, especially right here, we've got a dude that's taking cover,
It's on the
hiding
same
behind
engine,
something.
right? Same game engine.
Yeah, it definitely looks like it. But I do like what I'm seeing down here with the battle system, though. It looks like we have something very similar to what Final Fantasy VII was. We have the attack, the magic.
It's going to be like a quasi-action version. You know it is.
I think it is. Yeah, it's. I don't know how it's going to be implemented necessarily, unless it's just kind of like Crisis Core, I guess, where you have your little selection bar and you can choose which one you're using, and then you just hit X for whenever you want to use it. You remember that?
Yeah.
Maybe something like that. I don't know. I think it looks great though, graphically.
Yeah, graphically it looks really good.
So I guess that's something to look forward to. Hopefully, I don't know. Predictions for now. Will they have product placement in Final Fantasy VII Remake?
You betcha.
All right. What do you think they're going to have
Oh, as the ooh.
in the remake? So right
Motorcycle.
now,
Motorcycle's got to be a fucking
Harley.
like not a Harley.
Oh, they go like
think
a
of a
Honda?
Japanese brand. Think of like a Kawasaki. Or
Okay, so Kawasaki something motorcycles.
I
We don't know
bet
jack about
there's
it.
going to be product placement on that goddamn motorcycle
Okay.
or on their cell phones.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Toshiba.
Toshiba. Okay.
Yeah. Maybe Nokia.
Alright.
I don't know. As far as food, though, since I think food is going to be a part of this game, and we have the whole wall market section, do you think they're going to go full-on fast food? Are they going to go chain restaurants? We're going to get like a, I don't know, a chain diner like a Denny's, and it's kind of like the crappy place where all the people that are less than desirable hang out
You mean like us?
at like 5 a.m. Yeah, like us. I don't know. What do you think? Denny's?
I think just the motorcycle.
Just the motorcycle?
Just the motorcycle.
Ah, man, I don't know. It seems like now that we've opened ourselves to this, or at least Square has opened themselves to this, I don't think there's any turning back.
I bet it's going to be the
necessarily.
motorcycle, and I bet it's going to be like a custom designed motorcycle made by a motorcycle company that they're going to implement into the game and sell the real thing of.
Okay.
like the car.
They already ripped off the truck that you escape with. That's pretty much a Ford, like a T1 or whatever. Not T1.
I don't know, whatever. It looks like a piece of shit. So
I saw one on the freeway the other day. I can't remember what model of Ford it was, but it was that truck from 7. I was like, oh, cool, yeah. So they already kind of did that, but the product placement isn't there. It's just the copying of the design, a la Power Rangers suits.
Yeah, I'm just. My biggest bet is on the motorcycle.
All right, that's an easy one. I would say motorcycle would be easy. I'm gonna go Panda Express as one of the restaurants down there.
In Wutai?
Yeah, yeah. Wutai has a Panda Express,
Oh,
and all the locals hate it, but the tourists love it.
God.
Wutai's got a Panda Express, and oh, dude, Cosmo Canyon, Navajo tacos.
Oh.
They got like a Navajo taco stand.
Dude, Navajo tacos are the fucking bomb.
I know, they're
God
amazing.
damn it, I want one right now, but you just can never get one.
No, you can't. Not on this.
It's like a scone, but better.
It is. It's fantastic. Let's see what else we have. Midgar.
It's the best.
Midgar would probably just be normal stuff, though. I don't know.
It's gotta be, except for the motorcycle.
Yeah.
Maybe the helicopter is a.
It's like some brand of helicopter.
Yeah, what's
that
a
we don't
brand of
know.
helicopter?
I don't
Yeah.
know. I haven't bought one in a while. I'm kind of out of touch with the helicopter market.
I was just thinking engine, but that's from Jurassic Park. Think of the helicopter with the engine logo on it.
Yeah. Shoot, yeah, I think that's good for predictions.
All right.
We'll touch base again when we see a little bit more as far as fleshed out Final Fantasy VII Remake screenshots go. But yeah, it definitely looks like 15. I guess that's fine. I don't know. The cover thing in 15 was kind of pointless to me, though. So I don't know, maybe it'll play more of a role in 7 Remake. But of course,
you had like the one snake level in 15.
Yeah, but yeah.
And there was like a sneak chapter too. I'm thinking the behemoth fight and then the sneak chapter.
Yeah,
you used it, but
that's true.
That was it.
That's not a beloved chapter either. So I don't know. We'll see how it works. They might just go with a super similar engine to what 15 has. I mean, from the looks of it, it definitely appears that way.
Someone in the chat said they're using Unreal Engine 4, but I really thought they were using the Luminous again, and that. I know Kingdom Hearts is using the Unreal Engine. I didn't think the 7 Remake is, but that's easily looked up and figured out.
Yeah.
All right, Schweiss. Well, do we want to get to our winners for the FF Academy Awards?
Yeah, let's dive into that.
Hey, guys.
What's up? Twitch/YouTube. Of course, you can't really answer the what's up later.
Yeah, a 20-second delay on the what's up.
Yeah.
Hey.
Well, now that we've said what's up, let's dive into this.
Let's go.
So last week, I foolishly named our episode the Final Fantasy Academy Awards. What I meant to say was the Final Fantasy Academy Award nominees, or most of the Final Fantasy Academy Award nominees, because I totally forgot to add in Best Soundtrack, which Joe and I can't even agree on. So I'm going to extend it. I'm going to call for a recount, or just a count. For this category, but we do have results from the remaining categories.
So these are the Academy Awards.
Yes,
not last year.
So
or last week.
So one of the categories, the first one we had, one of the ones we had was Best Cutscene in the series. We had the Final Fantasy 15 finale, the Final Fantasy X finale, Vivi on the airship after the waltz fight, all of his buddies falling to their deaths, Sephiroth and the Flames, the Final Fantasy VIII intro, and the ending scene to Crisis Core, Final Fantasy VII.
Okay. You got to tell me the order from like least to best, I guess.
All right,
here.
least to best, we've got Crisis Core ending.
That's really low.
That is low. A lot of people really love Crisis Core, but I guess Final Fantasy 15's finale, they love it quite a bit more, about 3 times as much.
Oh, okay.
In the voting here. And then third to last, we have the Final Fantasy VIII intro, which is also kind of surprising.
Yeah.
And then third to last, we have the Final Fantasy X finale, which I think was one of your favorite scenes.
Yeah.
Then we have Sephiroth and the Flames, second place, and Vivi on the airship after the waltz fight was the winning cutscene in this.
It is a really solid cutscene.
It is, yeah. It's
the moment where FF9 actually gets taken seriously for.
Yeah. A lot of the beginning of it is kind of really lighthearted and all of that, but that scene is extremely heavy and resonates very well with our audience. So, thanks a lot for voting, guys.
Congratulations, Vivi.
Yeah,
and your
good job, buddy.
From Final Fantasy IX, and not so much congratulations for all the rest of the clones.
Yeah, those guys not so lucky.
Not
so we also had a category for best minigame, and the award nominees for best minigame were Tetramaster. We have Final Fantasy VII G-Bike, Blitzball from Final Fantasy X, Triple Triad, Final Fantasy XV's fishing minigame, and the Chocobo Hot and Cold Mega Quest from Final Fantasy IX. Coming in last place on this one, Tetramaster.
Wait, so which one won?
The winner. Oh, I'm not going to do the winner yet. Right. Tetramaster's last place. Second to last, we've got Final Fantasy XV's Fishing. I'm sure that resonates well with you.
That's the one I voted for.
Oh, are you serious?
Yeah, I'm
for
serious.
Best minigame?
Yeah, I don't like minigames too much, though.
Oh, okay. But you hated that one at the time.
Yeah, but I knew how to do it.
All right.
It also didn't have terrible controls or anything like that.
Yeah, that's fair. Barely edging that one out was Blitzball from Final Fantasy X.
That one beat the fishing one?
Yes.
Blitzball is fucking terrible.
It's really exploitable. It could be way cooler, for sure. I think Blitzball, if they redid
FF Fishing is one of the greatest minigames of all time.
Yeah. Final Fantasy VII G-Bike
Don't deserve this award.
just barely edged out Blitzball.
Yeah.
That was a fun one. I enjoyed that. Chocobo Hot and Cold takes second place in this overall thing, which is kind of surprising because a lot of people really dig the Hot and Cold. I thought that was totally going to be the winner until I remembered how many people love Triple Triad from Final Fantasy VIII, which easily... Oh yeah, when the music sounds like it's glitching.
Then the game starts.
The music sounds. The game sounds like it's glitching when it starts.
Yeah.
Yep.
Is it skipping?
Yeah. Nope. It's meant to be like that. So we had a category for best makeup and hairstyling. This was a smaller, quaint voting pool. It's normally only 3 films, so we made it 3 games. We put Final Fantasy X, Final Fantasy VII, and Final Fantasy 15. Pitted all of those up against each other. Coming in third place, we have Final Fantasy VII. Second place, Final Fantasy X.
Oh,
And a
my
winner
God.
for the new and beloved, apparently, for makeup and hairstyling, Final Fantasy 15.
wow, that is a surprise one.
That was a very even poll, honestly. It was they were all within 12 or so % of each other, so it's pretty divided, but clearly Final Fantasy 15 is the winner of the best makeup and hairstyling.
Wow, Final
I think
Fantasy 15.
I think I voted for 15 actually in this one.
I think I voted for 7 because of the hair. Cloud's very iconic hair.
Yeah, it was either 7 or 15 for me, but I do think I might have gone 15. So, the part of this podcast that we are years from, probably. The best Final Fantasy that never was. The nominees were Chrono Trigger, Xenogears, Bravely Default, and Parasite Eve. Pulling in the rear, surprisingly, Bravely Default.
Oh, okay.
Closely following it, Parasite Eve in third place. Second place, Xenogears, the game I know basically nothing about.
Own it.
I know what it looks like. Yeah. And the clear-cut winner by a lot. By like 4 times as many as the other 3 nominees combined. Chrono Trigger, which is a game that so many people want us to review right now. Even they want us to put it on Nude Clan, for God's sake, which we refuse.
I told them, nope, not going to happen.
Yeah.
Not going to do it.
Yeah,
Gotta wait for UFF to hit it.
Yeah, we do. It's just not gonna go through unless we boycott that episode and just make Cameron and Caleb.
I mean, they actually can totally play it if they want. If Caleb and Cameron both did it.
Yeah, they could. Yeah.
But me and Schweiss have to wait.
Oh yeah. Next category is best production design in a Final Fantasy. The nominees: Final Fantasy 13, Final Fantasy 8, Final Fantasy 6, Final Fantasy 9, and Final Fantasy 7. Last place for this one, Final Fantasy 8.
Really? Production design? Oh, okay. All right.
Second to last, we have Final Fantasy 7. No, 6, sorry.
I dig the airship in FF8. I think it's a great design.
It is, yeah. I really enjoyed the airship Ragnarok in that game. 6 is second to last, which is very surprising to me because I thought 6 looked great. 7 is bringing up third to last with
that one's
just
surprising.
a few more votes, yeah.
I would think that one would win.
Final Fantasy 13 pulls in the second place for best production design, and Final Fantasy 9 takes the cake on this one. And this is one that we almost didn't put 9 in there. You remember that?
Yep.
We were like, does 9 go? Does 9 not go? We'll put it in because it's iconic and it's a throwback, and a lot of people like it.
Wow.
And it's only one.
That is surprising.
It is. It really
I guess
is.
we do know a lot of our audience loves FF9, so it makes sense that some of the, a good amount of those votes is because just 9 is their favorite, so they'll vote for 9 on everything.
Yeah.
But that is surprising. For production design, like the look of the game as a whole,
Right.
Wow, okay.
I know. I was surprised.
That one's
too.
surprising. Like that, honestly, the art of 9 is often things that turn off people.
Yeah, it is.
from playing it.
And
So
like I said, I've said this entire fucking time. That was one of the reasons why I was like 9. I'm okay.
I guess that's just a matter of taste.
It is, yeah, or just it's and like I said, it was something that I didn't like at first, but then was totally okay with after a little while. I was like, whatever. Yeah. I just don't like the Queen. I still don't like the Queen. I just think she looks ridiculous. Completely out of place. And this is coming from a world that has
It's
a
completely
giant
out of place from the
rat.
Queen of Quinn. Come on.
Yes.
I don't know.
Okay,
about
maybe they're both out of place. Plus, we have like Freya, a giant rat.
that. Yeah.
So maybe, you know what? Fuck it. I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about. So we also have another category here. Joe's very favorite category, best original song.
Oh yeah. Favorite category.
Our nominees were Eyes on Me, Melodies of Life, Answers, Distant Worlds, and Suteki Dane.
Oh, this one's a close one.
This one is very close.
Oh my God! How many people fucking voted for Eyes on Me? That's not okay. It's last place, so that's still any votes for Eyes
Yeah.
on Me. Just
Eyes on Me
You
does.
honestly think that's a good?
Yeah.
I never sang my song on the stage on my own. I never said my words.
You're going to make me cry here.
Would be heard. I thought you smiled at me. What the fucking thing is that Dave covered that song, so I know it quite well now.
Yeah.
I know every fucking word of that thing.
Yeah, Dave recorded here, so I mean, you know, it's
Dude, I will fucking fight you.
Joe won't fight you.
I will fucking fight you for this.
So, like we said, Eyes
Oh,
on
the
Me.
tune is terrible, not just the words. The words are awful. But the tune is like, it's bad. Come on, man. It's like, it's unlistenable, and her voice just doesn't,
I don't like it
It's
either.
really weak.
So, Eyes on Me, pulling in last place. A tie for second to last, Melodies of Life, and Distant Worlds. That one kind of hurts, because Distant Worlds is an incredible song. Fucking great. But Final Fantasy XI, not the most popular thing in the world. I'm okay with it being passed up. Answers is second place in this poll.
What?
And Suteki Dane
Oh, that one's okay.
takes the cake.
That one's okay, but it's not better than Answers, in my opinion. But congratulations to Taki Dane.
Yeah, good job.
The people have spoken.
They have. Maybe they just really want that Dave Mustaine remake of Suteki Dane.
Yeah,
that's
maybe
why
it
they're that's why they're clamoring for it. Just a reminder to make us. I mean, he got his fucking Grammy. He can now take time off to
That's
finish
true.
the song.
We want to congratulate Dave Mustaine on actually winning a Grammy.
Yeah, we
He
do.
won a fucking Grammy, just barely. It's awesome.
It was for.
That was the 12th nomination and the first win.
Yeah, they say it was for Dystopia, but we all know it was for Melodies of Life. Like,
Oh, yeah,
if
that's
Melodies of Life wouldn't have been released, he wouldn't have gotten it for Dystopia. Let's be clear here.
Yeah.
The next category we have is Best Sequel Script. The nominees for this were Crisis Core Final Fantasy VII, Final Fantasy VII Advent Children, Final Fantasy 13-2, Final Fantasy X-2, and Final Fantasy IV The After Years. The last place, thankfully, is Final Fantasy X-2. As far as scripts go,
For sequels.
easily the worst. Yes. Second to last place, we've got Final Fantasy IV The After Years. It's whatever. It's fine. It's fine. Third to last, Final Fantasy 13-2. Don't really have an opinion on that. I haven't finished it. No, sorry. Third to last is Final Fantasy VII Advent Children. And then slightly edging that out was Final Fantasy 13-2.
Okay.
So 13-2 better than Advent Children. That's a good sign. Now, the clear-cut winner for this category with nearly half of the votes, Crisis Core, Final Fantasy VII.
As
And
the best not original script.
yeah, I think I might have voted After Years, but I think Crisis Core is really good.
Yeah,
So
that one's, you know,
it's a worthwhile win. I mean, it's clearly
it's definitely an audience favorite.
the fans have spoken, though.
Yes.
So another category we had is Best Graphics for Its Time. The nominees for this, Final Fantasy 13, Final Fantasy 12, Final Fantasy 6, Final Fantasy 8,
Basically one per system except for the NES.
and Final Fantasy 9, yes. Bringing up the rear, a tie for last place, Final Fantasy 12 and Final Fantasy 9. No love for the Ito.
I guess not. Which
course.
is odd because I think 12 looked better than 10 did.
Oh,
I think 12 is one of the best looking games on the PS2. I mean,
It is one of the
this
best
is a
looking games.
very subjective category, though.
It is, yeah.
Especially with the for its time thing, you would have to look at other games and kind of like.
Yeah,
how does
and
it
we
stack
might not
up?
have been as exposed to other people during those times to those older games like
Yeah.
on PS2.
Sure.
So it's hard to say. A tie for second to last place. Oh no, the tie was last place. Second to last, we have Final Fantasy VIII. Third to last, we've got Final Fantasy VI, which I guess is second place, surprisingly. But I voted for Final Fantasy 13, and so did 38% of the poll answerers on this. 13 is
13.
undeniably beautiful.
It still looks great.
It does.
Still looks incredible. And I can't say the same for PS2 games midway through PS3.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's yeah. Wow, it looks great still.
It
So
does.
I'm not surprised by that one.
It does look so fucking good. When I stopped streaming 13 and just like did my post-game grinding when I got off of the red, white, yellow cables and I put it on my actual TV and I was like, God, dude, this game looks amazing.
It looks great.
Still, years later.
It's tremendous.
Yeah. The next category we have is Best Original Script. We've got Final Fantasy VI, Final Fantasy VII, Final Fantasy X, Final Fantasy Tactics, and Final Fantasy IX.
All right.
Last place in this one, Final Fantasy IX.
That's kind of odd considering our audience.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, up to the others. The other ones are great, except for I've never played Tactics, but
Yeah.
the other ones are really great.
Well, Tactics is only second to last, so,
Okay,
it's not
alright.
super high. And then following that, we have Final Fantasy VI. Bringing up second place, Final Fantasy X.
Over 6, huh?
Over 6, apparently. And the victor for Best Original Script, Final Fantasy VII.
Congratulations, 7.
Yeah, this is the...
According to our audience, you have the best story.
What? Oh, my God.
What are you looking at?
The best voice acting category is a lie. Anyway, the nominees for best voice acting, said the neutral host: Final Fantasy 12, Final Fantasy 13, Final Fantasy. What is that? Is that 15? Yeah, 15. Sorry, I forgot we put that one in there. Crisis Core, Final Fantasy 7, Final Fantasy 7, Advent Children,
Get some varmints.
King's Glaive, Final Fantasy 15, and Final Fantasy: The Spirits Within. Okay,
I want to know who you voted for.
I voted for Final Fantasy 12.
I voted for Spirits Within.
I don't think the voices fit the characters super well. The voice acting is really good, though, but I don't think it matches.
Well, they animated to the voices. That's the difference between this and the other games.
Yeah,
Except for 13.
Except for Steve Buscemi's guy. They needed to kind of like...
Well, his face didn't match his voice, but we just know who Steve Buscemi is. I think that's a problem.
Maybe it is. So last place, thank God, Final Fantasy VII Advent Children. The worst voice acting in this poll.
English language, we made that clear last week.
Yeah, English language. Second to last, King's Glaive Final Fantasy 15. I thought the voice acting was decent in that, to be honest. Except for some of those moments,
Yeah.
Crisis Core Final Fantasy 7, slightly edging out King's Glaive in this poll. Final Fantasy The Spirits Within, just barely above that one. Final Fantasy 13 comes in at third place. Final Fantasy 12 is second place.
I think that's fair.
Fuck you, it's fair. Final Fantasy 15, apparently, unbeknownst to me, has the best voice acting in the series. Now, guys, there are a few really good voice actors in Final Fantasy 15.
The 4 leads are fantastic. Arden,
leads.
who wasn't that good in Kingsglaive, I think, was really good in 15.
5 people.
I would say any of the leads are really great.
Any of the leads, I can live with that. The side people, though, guys, come on. Are you fucking kidding me? 30 fucking people said 15 is the best. Dino is not amazing. You are a liar.
Dino.
Yeah, he's out of fucking nowhere. What? He's from the fucking Bronx. And there are no Bronx. There's fucking There's regular places, and then there's Italy. That's it. There's no... or not Italy,
But
yeah, so I guess...
I guess.
Fuck it. There's Venice.
Venice,
yeah, the Venice city, and they don't talk like him. Where the fuck does he come from? Where does he come from? We don't know. There's nowhere. No one else fucking talks like that guy.
For me, it's mostly the guy who looks like Forrest Whitaker who talks like a hick.
Yeah.
That's the one. That bothers me more than Dino.
Are you talking the dog tag guy, Dave?
No, not Dave. No, I'm talking about, you want to go catch me some varmints?
Forrest. Oh, yeah. The guy, Taka, the guy in the fucking grill. People.
You know what? The rest of the voice acting was really great, though. Like, the leads, the important stuff was really great.
Yeah, but everything in 12, I would say, is great. All of the characters.
I would have to agree with you that 12 has, in my opinion, also has better voice acting than 15.
But you voted Spirits Within.
I did vote Spirits Within.
Okay.
I think it goes Spirits Within, then 12, and then maybe 15.
Stolas in the chat says an area that was cut. That's where Dino is from. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you. Yeah. That's probably the explanation. Like, well, we know 12 and 13 had like localized voice acting, but we were gonna put these areas in, but we just didn't. It wasn't an afterthought. The voice acting.
He doesn't even look Italian, but he sounds like he's from The Sopranos.
Yes, I know. I was like, the theme song just kicked on when I was fucking in a cutscene with that guy.
I remember with 12, I heard an interview with the guy who did the, he directed the voice acting for 12.
Yeah.
And he had different accents for different Japanese accents that they put into the game. So, like, they had regional accents for all the characters, and it was like he was really careful with that stuff.
Yeah.
If it was the same guy, I'm really disappointed of him. If it's not, then the guy who did it is really shitty.
If it's the same guy, he's a fucking shell of his former self, is what it is. Like, what happened to this man? He like undergo a year's worth of Chinese water torture?
He's
like, what?
Oh, so we're just going to do random voices from everywhere.
Yeah, just fuck it. You know what? Just give me a little bingo thing, a little science.
These people are all within like 6 miles of each other, all these little towns, but yet the accents are fucking everywhere. So, yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It is, dude. It is, but it's okay, guys.
The rest of them are good. The leads are fantastic.
They are. They really are. And King Regis, I would say, is great. And Core, the people that were going to be leads, also great. Cindy's fine. Sid probably shouldn't have smoked hammy, since he was, a day old. Hey, guys. It's like I don't know.
Is Cindy gonna look like that in like 10 years because she's out in the sun all day long?
Oh, dude, she totally is.
Isn't that sad?
Yeah.
Yeah, poor Cindy.
That sucks. Got bad skin. What can you do?
Yeah.
All right, so
the family.
Now that we've accepted the best voice actor victory for Final Fantasy 15.
Beyonce should have won.
Yeah, probably. We have costume design. The nominees were Final Fantasy 4, Final Fantasy 10, Final Fantasy 9, Final Fantasy 8, and Final Fantasy 7. Last place, Final Fantasy 4 in this one.
For best costume design?
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe it.
Yeah, tied for second to last, we have Final Fantasy and Final Fantasy 8. That's a little surprising considering how many people did
dress up as the 8 characters.
Yeah, as Squall, Renoa, Quistis. Like, come on.
Maybe it's just a love for the characters, I guess.
Maybe.
More than what they look like.
We got a problem here. But third place, we got Final Fantasy 9, and a tie for first place.
Are you serious?
Yes. Final Fantasy 10 and Final Fantasy 7.
Oh.
All right, chat. Vote. Joe, which one do you think would win? What did you give it to for costume design?
Already voted on this one, I think.
You know what you gave it to?
I gave it to... Oh, fuck. Did I vote?
I gave it to 7.
I think I might have given it to 7 as well.
Okay, so both of us... So, fuck. Well, if we take out our votes and make it just for the listeners...
Then 5 of 10.
Stolas in the chat says Final Fantasy 7. That's good enough for me.
Okay, that's our tiebreaker.
Final Fantasy VII, he says their designs are more tolerable. I completely agree with that. 10s, that's one of the things.
10s, I mean, I would give it, though, for originality and for, like, trying to pull something like that off. It's crazy, but...
Yeah. Yeah, it really is.
Okay, FF7 wins.
All right.
Let's do that. Thanks, Dallas.
Yeah. Now we have Best Final Fantasy Movie / TV Show. The nominees. What?
This is an interesting one. Seeing the results.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
I guess I'm not surprised by the winner, but like kind of where the votes are spread out.
Yeah. So the nominees were Brotherhood, Final Fantasy 15, Final Fantasy Unlimited, Final Fantasy VII Advent Children, Kingslave Final Fantasy 15, and Final Fantasy The Spirits Within. All right, last place, no surprise here, Final Fantasy Unlimited.
Oh,
not that great.
It's terrible.
I know. We need to do commentaries, by the way.
Totally forgot to nominate the FF5 movie.
Yeah, it probably would have been down there with
won,
Unlimited.
Yeah.
I think probably less people have seen that than Unlimited.
I think so, too.
And no one has seen Unlimited, okay. Second to last, we've got Final Fantasy The Spirits Within, which kind of hurts, because I think that's the best Final Fantasy movie.
Everybody knows my opinion on that. I agree. I think it's the best Final... I think it, as a movie, as a watchable piece of media... Maybe not directly for a Final Fantasy fan, but as a moviegoer, I think it's the most watchable.
I agree. I totally agree with that.
But yeah, second to last doesn't surprise me, considering the audience reaction to Spirits Within.
Following that up, we've got Brotherhood Final Fantasy 15, which is kind of surprising. I thought that was a very well done anime.
I would actually put that second place of the nominees.
I would too. And then next we have Kingsglaive Final Fantasy 15. I don't really know what to say to that.
So, you know what? Other people liked it.
There's Sean Bean.
Sean Bean, he is in there.
Lena Headey. So
that's true. She is as well.
They're good voice actors, but I don't know. And the winner by a good chunk of votes here, Final Fantasy VII Advent Children for the best Final Fantasy movie.
I think it's just the most
TV
I think it's just the most popular.
It is. It's a popularity contest here, essentially.
Yeah, that's true. But I would place Advent Children third.
Really?
On that list, yeah. Kingslave is definitely... I mean, I would have to finish Unlimited. It's definitely second to last in my book.
Yeah, but we're assholes, so... All right, so the Oscar for Best Supporting Character. The nominees were Barrett Wallace, Orin, Vivi, Balthier, Celis, Tifa Lockhart, Ignis Scientia, Sid Highwind from Final Fantasy VII, of course, Gilgamesh in FF5, and Shantoto.
Oh, wow.
For Final Fantasy XI. Shantoto, last place, no votes. No one cared.
Aww.
Gilgamesh from Final Fantasy V. That was kind of a fun vote, so I'm not too broken up about that. Second to last. Then we have Ignis from Final Fantasy 15. Kind of surprising. A lot of people were digging the Ignis, but who am I to say? Sid Highwind from Final Fantasy VII. Next in line. And then Balthier. Ooh, leading man. I guess that's probably why. He's the leading man. So he can't win Best Supporting Character.
Oh, yeah, that's it.
I fucking told you we needed to put him in both. But
no, you can't just say he's the leading man because he says it over and over again. We did not nominate Yuna. That was a oversight.
Yeah, a lot of people were...
Serious oversight.
A few people were upset about that.
Just like when Ben Affleck didn't get nominated for Best Director.
We should have been...
That kind of thing happens.
We should have put her as Best Lead, though.
Yeah, I would actually call her a lead, yeah.
No.
Yeah.
We have Celis. Oh, no. Barrett Wallace next, and then Celis. Then we've got Tifa Lockhart, and then a nice big jump to Orin, who I voted for. And Vivi, hashtag not my best supporting character. I do love Vivi, though. He's a good winner.
I'm not surprised. He's a favorite, you know? He's like
he's a fan favorite.
Like a mascot, almost. Vivi.
Okay.
Like a mascot for the series.
All right, that's fair.
So, I mean, I respectfully give the award to Vivi.
All right, so now we're getting into the really good categories. Best leading character. We put Kane Highwind, Tara Bradford, Kefka Palazzo, Sephiroth, Kuja, Titus, Cloudstrife, Zach Fair, Arden Azunia, Ramza Biolv, and Noctis Lucius Caleb. Last place in this one, thank God he got at least one vote, Kuja.
Okay.
It's okay.
Congratulations, Kuja.
Tara Bradford from Final Fantasy VI, second to last.
Whoa. Okay.
Yeah. Zach Fair, next in line, which is also surprising. A lot of people love Zach, and Tara's awesome, so, you know, fuck it. Kane Highwind and Kefka tied for the next place. Ramza taking the next position in line. Arden. Oh, no, Ramza and Titus actually tied.
Okay.
Arden Azunia taking third place in this thing.
That
third
is surprising.
Place. Yeah. That is pretty crazy. He's awesome, though. So
yeah.
What I'm more surprised by is the fact that Noctis actually beat him out. Noctis is second place in this list. Oh, no, shit. No, before Noctis, we have Sephiroth. So Arden was fourth place.
All right.
Sephiroth is third place, which is respectable. Second, we've got Noctis.
Okay.
The number 2 spot, and that only leaves one.
I'm not that surprised, to be honest, with Noctis being up so high. I think I don't know. He's kind of a unique main character. He's more three-dimensional than a lot of the main characters are.
Yeah, he is.
He's also not annoying and not mopey.
Yeah.
Even though the artwork would make you think that he is.
Certainly would.
But he's not that way.
Yeah. But, of course, no one can outdo the man himself, Cloudstrife, easily.
Congratulations.
Easily taking home the Oscar for best leading character in a Final Fantasy game. Now we get to the equivalents of best director, which is what we named it, which we pretty much are. I feel like everyone knows how this one's going to go. And then, of course, the best picture, a.k.a. the best Final Fantasy.
Well, the one I voted for got second place.
Really?
On the directors, yeah.
Oh, dude. I can't believe that.
Okay, so who are our nominees?
The nominees for the best Final Fantasy director, Hironobu Sakaguchi, Motomu Toriyama, Hajime Tabata, Hiroyuki Ito, Yoshinori Kitase, and Naoki Yoshida. Yoshi P, of course.
Yeah.
Last place, Toriyama. It's okay. It's okay. Tied for second to last, we have Hajime Tabata and Naoki Yoshida.
That is a little low for Yoshi P.
It is.
Hajime Tabata is kind of a new guy, but he does have Crisis Core and 15 under his belt.
Yeah, those are
both of which were nominated for best game. So
yeah, just barely edging those guys out. My man Hiroyuki Ito didn't vote for it.
Ito's very good,
but there he is. Second place here, Yoshinori Kitase.
That's who I voted for.
And I voted for the Gooch himself, Hironobu Sakaguchi, the clear winner with almost half of the overall voting pool. Good job, man. You created an epic series. And
he did create. I can't in good conscience vote him as best director. He's produced the best games in the series. But he didn't direct the best games in the series.
Alistair writes in Nomura, so Nomura had one vote as well.
I don't think Nomura directed any of that.
Tried.
I mean, he has his mark on the series. I think he's a producer for some of them.
He tried to direct 15, but couldn't. The joke right in. He's like, guys, stop it.
And he's definitely the art designer, and he helped write some of the stories, but that's not the director.
No.
Yoshinori Kitase and Ito co-directed 6.
Mm-hmm.
Kitase directed 7 and 8. And I think he co-directed 10, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. There's some great games behind Kitase, but
that's why I voted for Kitase, because I think he's got the stronger run.
Kitase's like
he wasn't the starter though.
Kitase's the Jesus, and I feel like Hironobu Sakaguchi is the God figure here.
He's Moses
for
because he started. He's earlier in the Bible.
All right. The Gooch is Moses.
But everybody voted for Moses over Jesus. What the hell? That's a really bad, actually, metaphor.
Yeah,
that's a really bad comparison. Yeah.
Well,
I mean, Sakaguchi did direct the first 5, though.
Yeah.
And he's very important in the series.
Certainly, I would say so.
But
got my vote.
Director, Kitase. Well, why did you vote for him?
Because he's the king, man.
Why did you vote for him over the others?
Because he's the king. Created the series.
Okay, so it was about being there first.
It was about
or his influence.
His influence, and I think the first 5 games are good enough that it works.
I think 4 and 5 are good enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would have probably voted for Ito anyway.
You would have voted for Ito over Kitase.
Yeah.
Wow.
I love Ito.
Wow.
He's so awesome.
All right.
Good guy.
You hate
Great
that
guy.
much, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
No, I'm kidding. I don't hate it that much. So now for the best picture,
Whoa,
aka
this is not an even not so spread out.
No, best Final Fantasy game. The nominees: Final Fantasy Tactics, Crisis Core, Final Fantasy VII, Final Fantasy VI, Final Fantasy VII, Final Fantasy X, Final Fantasy IX, Final Fantasy IV, Final Fantasy VIII, Final Fantasy XIV, and Final Fantasy XII. Oh, man, a big tie. We got 4 games in last place with 1 vote. Final Fantasy
vote
12.
each?
Yes.
For 4 games.
Final Fantasy 14, 8, and Crisis Core all bringing in the rear
All right.
with a 1 vote
Well,
pop.
you each had a person who loved you.
I'm glad for it, too. Final Fantasy 4 and Final Fantasy Tactics actually tied for second to last. 3 votes a pop. And then this is where it gets a little heavier. Final Fantasy X coming in next.
Fourth place?
4th place, yeah. 3rd place, just barely. Final Fantasy VI. 3rd.
Oh. Ouch.
3rd. Yep. Final Fantasy IX taking the silver trophy here today.
Oh, wow.
Leaving us with yet another win for Final Fantasy VII.
Yet another thing where it's the top 4 games are all the same.
Yeah.
Is that your order? I think it is.
No.
No, you got 12 higher than 9.
Yeah, 12's higher.
The top 3 are your order. You got 7, then 6, then 10.
Yeah, that's my order, yeah.
Yeah. Except 9's out of place, but
Yeah, 9 is out of place.
Yeah, that's our audience there. They'd love that 9. So, I guess, that's our Final Fantasy Academy Awards. We'll find out when one has the best soundtrack next week.
Yeah, sorry guys, I totally fucking forgot to put that in there. I'm gonna put up another poll on this week's episode, so please let us know what you think has the best soundtrack. I'm probably gonna do Final Fantasy VI, Final Fantasy VII. You know what? I'm just gonna do 6 on. No, 4. Fuck it, I'm just gonna do every single Final Fantasy game.
There is a list somewhere, but you threw away the paper.
Oh, I'll just have to listen to the episode again. Okay. I'm sure 6, 7, 10, 8, 4. I'll put on there.
All right. Well, congratulations, Final Fantasy VII. You are the clear winner tonight.
Yeah, for sure.
Congratulations, Hironobu Sakaguchi and Cloud Strife.
Yeah.
Yeah. 7 kind of swept.
It did. I mean, Vivi did pull out the best supporting character, and that was actually quite a handily won by Vivi there. He really manhandled those 10 characters and those 7 characters, but a lot of big fans of 7, as we all know. It's
kind of like the capstone or the cornerstone of the Final Fantasy series. I mean, it makes sense. Like, it's right in the middle of the series. It marks a turning point in the series, and it's also one that was extremely well received and financially successful. It's kind of like right there, It's kind of like the peak,
it is.
I guess. And then the hipsters go 9 or 6.
Yeah.
Me being one of those people. Who think 6
well,
is
you
better.
put 10 above 7 too, didn't you?
I did put 10 above 7 as well. But I love 7. I mean, those 3 games are kind of a toss-up some days.
I can tell you love it with that, 3rd place bronze trophy there.
A bronze is great. Wasn't it the bronze? The people who get bronze are the ones who are reportedly the most happy later on in life.
What, the losers are the most happy?
Well, because I think it's the silver place who they never got gold. Gold is never as good as they think it should be, and then bronze are people who went to the Olympics and didn't think they would get the gold, but got an award anyway.
Yeah. What makes 9 the best, Loopy Daba? Just let me know. Tell me. I want to know what your reasoning is, because a lot of people
Actually, officially, 9 is number 2.
Yeah, according to ours. But Metacritic-wise, it is totally number 1. So
Yeah, that's true.
thank you guys so much for participating in that. We had a lot of audience members joining in on that, and it's really fun to see the numbers. It remained anonymous to me because I did the poll right away, and so I had no idea what the results were. It was really fun seeing all of these today, and we really appreciate you guys taking part in that. And again, please make sure you vote on the best Final Fantasy soundtrack poll that will be attached to this episode. Just go to ultimatefinalfantasy.com, click on this episode link, scroll down a little bit, there will be a poll, and let us know what you think.
Yeah.
That'll be our question from us to you. No jangle, but yeah.
Okay.
Anyways, speaking of questions, let's answer some of yours.
Questions for us. We would like to hear from you.
Necron.
Contact us on Twitter. Get on and ask your questions. We'll answer them within a week. This is the question segment. Ask and you will receive.
Oh man, so this one, this was actually really fucking funny. here.
Minus Necron. Yeah, that's right. Okay.
Yeah, we asked the chat why they loved 9 so much. Loopy Daba said, love the story and the design, think the world is the best fleshed out. I can't argue that. A lot of people love 9 because of the callbacks, and I feel like those might be...
The story is also very good.
It is good.
A lot of
but
people love it.
those people might also be the ones who think the new Star Wars is the best, and I don't want to keep beating that dead horse on the show, but
Okay.
it's A New Hope rehashed lifelessly. It's a fucking marionette of the dead body
And
of
so
A New Hope
I
from
scream
decades
Necron
ago.
because I still think that's a fucking stupid part. Just like,
yeah.
oh, bad guy switched in this thing.
I love the fucking soundtrack to that game, though. It's so good. There's a lot of great
And
things
it's cool.
in
It's a
mine.
cool looking boss, and it's a fun fight, but it's not story wise. It makes no goddamn sense. And people have to make up theories so that it'll work. I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good point,
I can't
Loopy.
agree.
The boss does come out of nowhere like the old ones, but that is a flaw.
That's a flaw of the old
in our
one.
eyes, yeah.
It doesn't make 4 any better because it keeps on having bad guy switch-itis.
Yeah, Inception mode.
Yeah.
So anyway, back to the question segment here. Fruff says, now that you have finished all the games in the series, what game do you think has the best soundtrack? So we're going to answer our own question right here. He also goes on to say, if anyone here has seen any of my posts before, they won't be shocked that my answer is 7. Every song is easily recognizable, and I can't really think of a bad piece in the game. Plus, the nostalgia factor is through the roof. I have to say, though, the 15 soundtrack was really good.
It is really
I could listen to the menu music all day.
Unless it's on one of our episodes.
Yeah, and then it's like... music was too
The
loud.
audience hisses at you.
Yeah, sound issues. Guys, sound issues. Here's a tutorial on
God.
how to not fuck up.
It's like, fuck you, man. I've been doing this so fucking long.
Yeah.
Of course, then I had
Then you
sound
fucked
issues
up,
last
yeah.
week.
Yeah.
Really bad ones, Renewed Clan.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like...
Hopefully I don't have those same ones this week, because if I do, I'm just gonna kill myself right after I mix the episode.
Yeah. Well, shit. What do you think? What's your favorite soundtrack? Or what do you think has the best... Oh, shit. He didn't say favorite. He said best. What game has the best soundtrack?
It's not Final Fantasy VIII, to those who can stomach the vomit that is Eyes on Me, or the Esthar theme.
Oh, the Esthar theme is just... Yeah, it's painful.
Too bad I didn't ask for worse, though, so maybe I shouldn't say that.
It hurts.
It does hurt so bad. 7 is a really solid soundtrack, and I love a lot of the pieces from 7. But to me, Okay, it's between the top 3 games in my mind. And even FF15 I think is a really good 4th place. I think it's an excellent soundtrack as well. But I guess it's between 10, 7, and 6.
Okay.
10 has my favorite piece in the entire series with To Xanarkand.
All right.
Which is a song I actually learned like half of it on the piano, and so that was kind of cool to play all the time. And then I forgot it. But I just think that's a beautiful little theme that he made. But then there's soundtracks in 6 that to me are just not aesthetic, or in 10 that are not aesthetically pleasing. And I'm not really a big late 90s techno beat kind of guy. And so, like, when I hear boom, 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 like, it's not something that gets me going.
Yeah.
So, unfortunately, the beauty and the simplicity of To Xanarkand is clashing with that sound, the type of sound that I don't really care for. Then it's between FF7 and FF6, which I think both equally have really strong, awesome epic themes, but I gotta say that I think 6 has more energy than 7.
Yeah.
And to me, the use of the soundtrack in 6 is even stronger. The way they use the Terra theme, when they use it, kind of the variations of how they use it within the game, I think are really genius. Oh, 9 has a great soundtrack.
Yeah,
as well.
I was like, when you said 15 is
forgetting-
4th place, I was like,
I'm forgetting FF9's amazing soundtrack as well. Fuck, man. Dude, that's really tough. That's a really tough one. I think 6 uses the soundtrack in the best way and is equally as epic and as good as the 7 and 9 soundtrack.
I would say, though, that 6 has a song in it that's more annoying than anything in 7.
The Auction House?
Yes.
Yeah.
Although, you did say it has a lot of energy, and that is a very energetic
Yeah.
song.
Yeah, but if I'm versing the 2 themes, if I'm going Terra theme, or even like the airship theme in 6 versus the similar themes in 7, I'm going 6. It's like a toss up, but I think 6 has the best soundtrack.
Dude, 4's soundtrack is fucking awesome,
4
too.
soundtrack is very good as well. This is an unfair question.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, this is like, okay, one of the things that makes this fucking series is the soundtracks. Although, I will say, what game do I think has the best soundtrack? I think it's probably 7. And then 6s, and then 10s. Just like all my other lists. It's in that order. I think 9...
God, 9 is good.
Actually, you know what? 9s might be better than 10s. 10 has some really good songs, but
10
I think...
has higher highs and lower lows.
But, yeah, there's some
so-
really... God damn it, dude.
The average is a little lower in my book, I guess, than 9. Man, 9 is great. I don't know. Some days I would put 9 above 7s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's hard. Yeah, I've listened to 9 soundtrack a lot, just in my free time. Like, I'll listen to the... Shit, I can't remember what it's called, but the menu theme. I'll listen to that one. I'll listen to You Are Not Alone. I listen to a bunch of the Final Fantasy themes, just like periodically. I think 9s does outdo 10s though. 10s just got like a lot of really watery themes, and it's
But not 8s.
not that, but it's I don't know.
Man, 4s is a good soundtrack as well. God damn it, dude. It's Uematsu, so he just does good shit.
Yeah.
Most of the time, unless he tries to write a pop song. Then he does really bad work. I'm sorry, Uematsu.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm ranking 6 highest because of the use of the Terra theme and just how epic and amazing it is.
All right. I do think
I'm-
that is the best song in the entire series.
7 is number 2. Then 9 is number 3. 15 is number 4. Then 10.
Really?
Yeah.
All right.
And then 4.
I'm gonna do 7 as my number 1. 6 is my number 2. 9, then 10, then 4. Then probably 15, I guess. I don't know.
You guess.
Well, 15 has a lot of songs that I'm just like...
14 has some good stuff too.
14 I think 14s might be better than 15s. 15 has better, really good songs, but 15 also has a lot of nothing.
Yeah, but that's the use. I guess. Yeah. I guess like if that's like a big problem then to you, then sure. But
Soken is pretty awesome.
Soken is pretty awesome.
But I don't know.
I think he's going third place on the composer list.
Okay.
Yeah. I forgot her name. She's great. The one who did 15.
Yeah. Yeah, she does a great job in Parasite Eve as well. She did a great job. Doesn't do currently. Let's see what Hat says. Hat says from 15 soundtrack, about 5 or 6 of the songs seem to be especially good, and the rest seem pretty spotty to him. I think it's partly due to the fact that many of the areas were accessible from the beginning of the game, so it was kind of hard for the composer to set a mood in each town. Let's see. He thinks FF9 has the best fitting soundtrack for each particular scene. However, if he was to just listen to a soundtrack without the game, he thinks FF7 would probably be his go-to.
That's fair.
Used to love 8s, but then there were actually only 8 or 9 tracks that he enjoyed listening to, and the rest made his ears bleed.
Yeah, so there are really good tracks in 8. I want to be clear that final boss theme's fucking great. The Sorceress little choral soundtrack that comes up during kind of the creepy parts of the game.
Yeah,
I think that's a really awesome part of the game.
Yeah, it is. It is. Yeah.
And then, of course, the opening song is amazing. But, god damn, the fucking Fisherman's Horizon I hate. And then,
Fisherman's Horizon.
Not big fan on the of the battle theme either. Like, I just want to turn off the sound.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's probably because you're drawing magic all day, and even good songs after a while, like even 10's battle music, which I love. After all that grinding, I turned it down and I listened to Pandora. Like I was like the first time. Okay, no, the second time during this Final Fantasy playthrough that I've ever done that. The first time was when I was playing FF2 and I was really into like Wagner for a little while, and I was like jamming out to the Valkyrie song. Mm-hmm. It's fucking awesome while playing Final Fantasy 2. But that's like the only other time I've ever done that is when I was mega grinding in 10. Let's see, Silver Shade says he has a hard time picking an overall favorite as he thinks most of the soundtracks are very good, especially about the 6 through 10 region. Jesus. If I absolutely had to pick one, it would probably be FF10, though 6 is a very close second. Haley Blue says he's probably going to get some heat for it, but there were a couple of songs from the Kingsglaive movie that played a lot during 15. I really enjoyed them, and the Somnus, I believe it spelled that right, was really well done. It added a good feel to the game. Now, I agree with a lot of people that said they needed to have more of the game's own music and not borrowed from all the others.
Yeah.
It was a nice thing for Square to do, but come on, don't get cheap on us.
Kingsglaive soundtrack sounds to me, and it's not bad, it just sounds so mediocre epic action movie soundtrack. You know, that's how I kind of feel about it. I feel like it's like filler music before they put the real soundtrack in when they're doing the edit on the movie. It's still like
it's acceptable,
still decent. I can't say that it like pops out to me as great though, personally. But yeah.
Narrative Means says he still can't afford a PS4, so he can't comment on that, a.k.a. Final Fantasy 15's soundtrack. He does enjoy Yoko Shimomura's contribution to Xenoblade Chronicles, excuse me. He agrees with the feeling that 6 through 10 all have great soundtracks, and he says 6 and 7 are slightly above the rest. He personally really likes the sound quality of 6 and 7. At this point, it has progressed well beyond 8-bit sounds, but still not quite the real instrument sounds in the later games, so it retains some of that classic video game feel. He also goes on to say that 8 has some beautiful pieces, and he does think the music suits the environments for the most part, but as a whole, the feel isn't as much to his personal taste. Likes 9 and 10. Finds some of the stuff in 9 less memorable. And he didn't like the metal tracks in 10. It felt like it took him out of the game rather than adding to the experience. Now,
the Rammstein track.
Yeah, what did the Spoonie say? It sounds like Slayer sung by a dog or something like that. I actually burned a CD with just that song on it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I listen to that song a lot. I think it's fucking sweet. It's kind of ridiculous. Like there's no denying that it's absolutely ridiculous, but I thought it fit super fucking well, especially with Sin coming in, spoilers, and destroying.
I don't know if I love the voice
Xanarkins.
work on it, but I like the guitar stuff. So
yeah,
yeah,
dude, it's I think it's fucking sweet. And then the Crisis Core soundtrack, I was like,
Oh shit, yeah, dude. Crisis Core soundtrack is godly.
yeah.
I forgot about that. Shit.
So
good.
metal in that shit.
Metalhead.
Some of Dirge's was all right, but mostly forgettable. It was like they talked to the guy who did Crisis Cores for Dirge, and then the guy like got blackout drunk and then forgot most of what the guy from Crisis Core said, and kind of went his own direction with a little bit of heavy
That's fair.
heavy riffs occasionally.
Let's have this be the last question.
Yeah, it totally. Oh yeah.
Okay.
We got another one here from sort of a advice piece from Felicia Nomiko on
Not
our
really a question.
New York City trip. She says, "Oh my God, you guys fulfilled the Midwest stereotype the
Not-
New Yorkers have.
Not from the Midwest. But
That's too funny. I totally recommend going again. It's a fun place to visit. My husband and I went with friends a few years ago, and here's some basic advice. Go with Airbnb for a place to stay. It's cheaper than hotels, easier to book, and you get to feel like you're living in the city for a few days. You get to be in the part where real people live, where the food is better, cheaper, and overall just a really great experience."
yeah, I didn't think about Airbnb.
Well-
Like we had the convention at the same place as the hotel, so we just kind of thought that was
Yeah.
the best way to go.
Yeah, well, also, it's being held in the hotel. That's why we stayed where we did. I didn't want to stay in Newark, New Jersey. Believe me. I looked. I knew what we were going into. I don't think I quite understood what that knowledge meant, but I knew where we were going. She prefers doing Airbnb over hotels now. We use it several times in several cities, and even for cons. Really love it. Always check out the places you want to see online to know what to expect. You know, the price, what the place looks like, the hours, all that jazz before you even get there, and you'll avoid the scams. Got out of New York City with our wallets intact, and never once got scammed because we checked out everything online first. And yeah, the subways take a bit of getting used to, but I do love them. Tokyo so far has the best subway system, but New York City was my first, and it was really cool. If you ever come to Boston, let me know since I'm an hour out, and my husband works in Boston. I'd be happy to help you get around. Boston is a city that's definitely on the list.
Boston's a city I've been to. It's really cool.
Yeah.
There's also Newark is the scariest city I've ever been in.
Yeah, and I saw a guy
It was
get
like I went to Baltimore and there was like a dead body on the ground and like a police thing. Even then, I felt safer in Baltimore than I did in Newark.
Yeah, when I was in Salt Lake, somebody got stabbed in the neck, and I still am more okay with Salt Lake after seeing that shit
Well,
than Newark just being there. 'cause
Salt
there's-
Lake is like
it is pretty terrible.
really, really nice. So,
Yeah, for the well, downtown is not. That's the shitty part. That's where I was.
oh, you were like in where the
shelter
was
is
this in the middle of the
Yes.
the recession?
Yes.
Okay,
Good God.
okay.
Not the best, but not the worst either. But Newark, like it's
The homeless population
it's-
in Newark is concerning.
well, it's the homeless population, and they're all like crazy. They're all like talking to themselves, and like there was a lady who was arguing with herself. Like I went out to go find beer because I was like, God, dude, I don't have any beer, and I have like 2 days to burn here. I got to get some alcohol in me, so I tried to go find the 7-Eleven again. No beer, by the way. What the fuck? In this gas station. Anyway, there's this lady that's like yelling, and she's the only one nearby. She's like yelling at herself. And it's not even like personality A versus personality B. It's just her. There's just one. She's just like screaming, like just losing her mind. And she's over there like her hands are all cupped together, and she's like rubbing her hands and shit. And I'm like, God, dude, I need to get the fuck out of here. Like wallet in the front pocket, swiftly walk.
Yeah.
Dude. I will totally go back to New York though. Like there's so many things I need
it's so
to do.
awesome. I would love to go back. I think Airbnb would be a cool thing next time.
Yeah, certainly. Yeah.
Stay in someone's house and be really loud and terrible, and
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think it'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah. But my wallet will talk. We'll do the talking.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, speaking of KupoCon in New York and all of that, they are doing they're doing another con. It's in Toronto, Canada.
Oh, so they're not just doing the 2?
Nope, he booked a place in Canada. So all you
Oh, fuck. We need an excuse to go to Canada. What is this?
Great North.
I've never been to Canada.
Dude.
I went to fucking Maine with my family, and we're like, okay, we're totally going to go. Because my mom was like on this like family history kick. And so we went back east where all of our, old relatives from like the 1700s were over there. So we looked at like old grave sites and stuff that we knew about, and then we searched other grave sites looking for relatives that may or may not be in certain. That's why I was in Boston, actually. And there's like a place called Frenchman's Creek in Massachusetts that's apparently named after my namesake at one point. But and there's like a million creeks called Frenchman's Creek, unfortunately, but we found apparently the right one. And yeah, she was on a kick, but there were like some French records in Canada, and like she wanted to go check those out. They haven't been digitized. She wanted to go see them and go through the library there. We didn't have time, and I thought I was gonna go to fucking Canada, and I didn't go to fucking Canada. I wanted to go to fucking Canada, man.
Yeah.
I was in Maine. I was this close.
Yeah, that's kind of crappy.
I was like 50 miles away. But Maine's beautiful.
Yeah, I know. I've seen pictures at least.
You've seen pictures of Maine.
We don't have any listeners up there.
We don't have any listeners in Maine. It's freaky.
It is. Come on, guys. Come on. So it is coming to Toronto on Sunday, December 3rd. Same weekend as a Distant Worlds concert at the Sony Centre.
It depends on what happens.
December 3rd in Canada, dude?
We gotta go.
We gotta go. What do you...
December, February. Oh shit! That's the middle of winter.
Yeah,
that's what you're saying.
Yeah, in Canada.
Oh,
all right. Look,
maybe not.
Look, if we can get enough listeners to go to this thing, perhaps
we got a Canadian audience.
We do have a Canadian audience. We also have some audience members
much, but
in the northern states. So, no, maybe we should. I think that
depends.
would be.
It depends on things.
It depends on things.
It depends on things. That is correct.
Well, if it's just things, then I'm sure we can figure it out.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll have to get in contact with the runners of this.
Wait, where is Canada?
And yeah, we'll see. We'll see if we can get some people. I think it would be cool, but we're gonna have to look at a couple things to see what kind of a travel itinerary we're looking at.
Yeah, we will.
Like some costs.
Yeah.
Flying is not cheap. But it is December, so I don't know, might be for NFL.
December's...
We're probably not going to go to Distant Worlds, though, okay? Because you know what is so infuriating about the Distant Worlds thing?
What?
I loved going while we were out in New Jersey, right?
That's great.
But we didn't sit with anyone we knew other than each other.
Okay.
And they have one in Salt Lake now, like this summer.
Yeah.
And you know what the worst part is? The tickets are the fucking same for like the down there, up in that shit tickets. Actually, what they're called, by the way. And the tier 4 nosebleeds, Caleb Craig wets himself.
What do you go on Ticketmaster? It goes down there,
I'm just like,
up in that shit.
I'm like, wow,
that is like the down there, up in that shit section.
I'll get the down there, up in that shit back there. Instead of the way the fuck out there deal.
Yeah.
No, seriously though, they're like $85 for both. And I was like, geez, dude. And that's why I message anybody that
people around here probably didn't go to New Jersey, so it might be worth it.
Guys, if you're going to the Salt Lake City, Bravenel Hall Distant Worlds concert, tweet me, and we'll see if we can like get seats near each other.
Hang out. Maybe.
Yeah, do an event because we're totally going, and I think it'd be a blast. So, yeah, do that shit, and yeah.
Okay.
So we'll keep you guys updated on the CupoCon for Canada. There's not really much info. He did kind of like a surprise reveal via Twitter like 4 days ago or so. So that'll be really cool. I think it'd be awesome if we could make our way up there, if it's possible. But
it's possible.
We'll keep you guys posted on the event regardless of whether or not we're going. Make sure you guys have a chance to go to CupoCon and collect the cards that we failed to collect.
You think they're going to have all the same cards?
I think so. Yeah, I think so.
Yes, we should ask Alex.
We probably should.
Yeah. All right, man.
Yeah, you got anything else you want to add? Or?
No, I think that's it, man.
I do want to
iTunes reviews.
Oh shit! You know what? The answer to that is no.
Oh shit! No.
What is this on the screen before me? No new reviews from you to me. Supper. Look at other shows. No new episodes. Too long. No iTunes reviews. No love for the show. Oh no, iTunes reviews. Yes.
A reminder to go on this episode and vote on the poll for best soundtrack.
Yep.
Also, make sure you go check out our YouTube channel, youtube.com/Ultima Final Fantasy. You can go to facebook.com/Ultima Final Fantasy, twitch.tv/Ultima Final Fantasy. Our website, ultimafinalfantasy.com, is where you can find everything, including the links to help support the show. Amazon.com, buy your condoms through that link, please.
Yeah, please.
And all other sex toys, or I guess condom's not a sex toy, but I guess it can be, right?
I don't know, dude.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know.
I'll have to try some stuff later.
Yeah. Remember that scene in Coneheads where they're like chewing the condom and he like it's like chewing gum.
Oh my god.
I fucking love that.
Oh.
So yeah, chewing gum.
Yeah, Patreon link, PayPal link, you all know that stuff.
Yeah, speaking of Patreon, we got a new pledge this week. Actually today from Chase Sarislani. Hi, that is a hard last name. Thank you for your support
Thank you
on
very
Patreon.
Make sure to leave an iTunes reviews, guys.
Yeah.
We have to play the jingle.
We do.
Otherwise.
I mean, we get a lot of thank yous in the forums and like through other means, but it's no iTunes is what the thing is. It's not no reviews, period.
Oh, come on. Well, you can leave a review. In fact, we might have one in the...
It's too
Oh,
late.
shit. We totally have one in the email. Next week we'll remember to the email one.
Yeah.
But anyway, thank you guys. You can tweet me at Joseph Vigolier.
Me at UFF Podcast.
And yeah, we'll see you guys next week.
See you in 1 week. But until then, enjoy Final Fantasy 13 2 grind.
This has been another production of Ultima Final Fantasy, the Ultimate Final Fantasy Podcast. The show was produced by Joseph DeGolier and Caleb Schweiss, with music and editing by Joseph DeGolier, parodies and clips from their respective authors, of course. You can get all of our episodes as well as our Let's Plays at ultimafinalfantasy.com. You can also contact us on Twitter at UFF Podcast, as well as our contact page on our website. Be sure to subscribe and review our podcast. Your reviews may get read on the show, and look forward to the next episode of Ultima Final Fantasy, the Ultimate Final Fantasy Podcast.
Yeah, thanks for hanging out with us today, guys. It's really awesome to see you guys throw in your 2 cents into the Twitch chat. It's a lot of fun. We do tiebreakers occasionally on the via Twitch chat, which might not be super fair, but I think Stolas said he forgot to vote anyway, so I guess in a way, it's about as fair as it can be, right? Yeah, like I said, hit us up on the question that'll be on this episode. Oh, shit. If you guys are going to the Distant Worlds in Salt Lake City, let us know, and we'll totally hang out. And it'll be a lot of fun. So, sweet, guys. Thanks for hanging out in the chat, and we will see you again in a week. Probably even less, though. We're going to be streaming some 13.2 here soon, so keep your eye out for that. Later, guys.